2.
Buongiorno and welcome to Rupaul Season 10 Review with Michael Pez and
Chantele Francis.
And we are here to do a little recap if you don't mind, on Season 10, Episode 1 and 2. We had a little bit of scheduling conflicts, so we're going to condense 1 and 2 into kind of like a one episode for us here. And because it just was, there's so much to talk about, so we're gonna do a broad horizon.
So we did beforehand decide to do a little bit of a giraffe-daroo, which was really fun. We wanted to record that one for you as well, but we had some scheduling conflicts. Weren't able to make that happen. So this is going to be a draft pick, so you can see who's on both of our teams. You're going to hear what we're playing for. We'll probably go through the first looks, the challenges quite quickly, maybe not all the ins and outs of the first episode, and then we'll do a regular Rucap review of episode 2. If that makes sense. So, Mike, do you want to just go through while you spoon your noodles?
Oh, I have delicious ramen going on here.
Ramen noodles. I feel like that should be someone.
I figure for scheduling conflicts and scheduling things, I'm just going to eat. But I'm not. If you find this rude, viewers, I don't care.
But do you remember what our rules are? Like what our point system is for? Do you remember that?
Okay, so a point system. To pull that up, bear with me for a second. There's actually a bear with me. So with these rules, the rules are stated that whoever wins this will take the winner out. The loser takes the winner out to some sort of drag event. Now we're not saying like go to Cruise Tango on Church Street and buy a couple rounds of tequilas. No. We're talking about go to Danforth Music Hall.
And support a queen.
What's that?
And support one of our queens.
Oh, for sure we need to support our local drag queens.
No. I'm saying like, go and support one of the queens from Drag Race.
Oh, from Drag Race, yeah. And so like Danforth Music Hall, April 12th, Kimchi's coming, and 3 of the queens from this season, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to buy my tickets for tomorrow. And it should be good. So, all right, let's go into our categories. Category is pens across the board. I also watched Paris is Burning last night.
Oh, you've already seen it?
No, I saw clips, but I actually watched the entire thing.
So I've seen it before you?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, you need to watch this. And I was like,
now you understand the category is as well.
No, but I know what I knew all of that kind of stuff. I didn't realize how many, that whole movie is quoted by all the queens from every season.
Yeah.
Like, Bob the Drag Queen, I don't know how many times he quotes that movie. All right, so for a mini challenges are challenges that they bring a little guest in, usually is the guest of the week. They do a little mini challenge to get into quick drag, or they do something funny. And then that person becomes the leader of the main challenge. So the main challenge, we all get plus 10 points if you win that challenge.
Wait, main challenge or mini challenge?
The mini challenge.
Mini challenge is 10 points. Okay.
If you win the main challenge, if you're the winner of the main challenge, you get 15 points. Okay, so we all see this in a lot of the lip syncs where a queen dramatically takes her wig off. Now, there's a difference between a wig reveal and there's taking your wig off and I'm a man. Yeah, we get it. We know that. That's the whole point of the show. So you lose 10 points if you take your wig off if it's not. Now, okay, for example, Sasha Velour take is justified. That's fine. We get it. It was a part of the act, and it was perfect, and it was well executed. Taking your wig off, any of those bitches that got kicked out in season. Yeah, if it's not, if you don't have another wig or 7 wigs underneath that wig, then girl, bye.
Unless you're a bald queen like Sasha is, and then we'd have to contend to how that was working. We don't.
We're all bald inside. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if you cry in the workroom, like they have a dramatic storyline, or they're just like, I don't know if I can do this. You lose 10 points as well. Okay, like pull your shit together. Okay, it is just sewing. It is hot glue gunning. Okay, I don't know how to sew. We're not gonna cry about it. We'll figure that shit out. If you cry in front of the judges, though, you get 10 points. Now there are rules to this. A little bit of points.
I think you got 10 points.
Yeah. Do you feel like we should lose 10 points?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying.
Was it annoying? Well, like a lot of them do cry. So what is considered a cry? Like in this episode, Mayhem Miller cries in the first episode.
I think that was a good cry.
It's a good cry. There's a good cry and a bad cry. So we'll
debate a bit. We get to debate whether or not it's a plus.
This is why we have a show, so we can debate about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll decide if they lose 10 points or gain 10 points for crying in front of them.
Like let's say, oh, Eureka, Chantele, you stay. Oh my God, thank you so much. That's not even points.
Okay.
That's just.
We'll debate whether you get the points, you lose the points. That's
all right. So if you're in the top looks, now top looks are great looks, but if you're in the top looks, you get +5. If you're in the bottom looks, you'd lose -5. Now, and then if you were, let's say the first queen, or I'm not going to say her name out loud because she's right up here in the mirror, but if the first queen gets kicked off and then get brought back in like another episode, like how they did with
Chantele.
What's her name?
Chantele?
Oh yeah, like Chantele, or like somebody like the one that was in season 8. That was the queen. That was friends with Naisha Lopez. Do you remember when like Rue calls her on the phone and says, and then she kicks off Dax ! And Layla McQueen, and then brings back. That's a bring back. I don't know, but so far nothing happened. Eureka, that doesn't get points. She doesn't get points.
But Chantele would get points. Or is it only the first queen?
Maybe. Well,
what about
not in this episode? So yeah.
What about Trixie?
Trixie got points because she got brought back in the same season.
Yeah, no, but didn't Chantele get brought back once in the same season, or are they both in the other seasons?
Chantele was she got kicked off in season 2 and then brought back in season 3.
And then did she get brought back again? Oh, just for All Stars. Okay, yeah. So then Trixie, yes, not Chantele. Gotcha. Okay.
And then if you like,
how many points?
That's if you like in the same season, that's 30 points. That's if that happened. If you survive the lip sync, you get 5 points. Like, good, but you get 5 points. So basically, if you're in the bottom look and didn't even lip sync, you break even. And if you have picked the winner, you get 50 points. But that won't be till May.
May's next month, baby.
I know.
And is there? Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. And so we also decided to drop players, as I mentioned before. So we kind of did it a little bit differently, whereas because I was the winner, I was the reigning champion, I won for the All-Stars 3. Even though Pez had the winner, I still won. And so I got first pick. So my first pick was Aquaria. Now, firstly, like when I see any of the promos and stuff, I thought she was gorgeous. She was a gorgeous queen. And I felt, because I'm also Aquarius and so is she, that like we get along really well. And so I just love her. Like, I like that her drag mentor is Sharon Needles, which means that like she's most likely going to be creative and innovative. And so she's from New York City, and I like New York City queens because they're just like edgier and they just have a little more creativity. I'm not really into the pageant queens, and it's just most likely because it's not part of a lifestyle that I've ever lived in. If I was growing up in pageants, I'd probably love the pageant queens more, but I'm an East Coast girl. I'm New York over LA all the way, and that's just why I liked her. So I picked her first. She said that she's going to be high energy and high fashion and high maintenance, and I'm like, those are my 3 highs.
So then my first pick was kind of based off of your pick because I knew that there was going to be drama this season. So why not have drama in this season? So I took Miss Cracker. Miss Cracker, if you're nasty.
Which is, I thought it was really interesting though that she is Bob the drag queen's drag daughter. I was like, I was really upset when he took her. Like, I knew that he would be smart enough to take her, but like, she was definitely my second pick. Like, yeah, if she was Aquarius, I probably would have picked her first. You know what I mean?
I like queens that, you know, like to shake it up. They are. It is a man in a dress, and they are doing something funny on stage. They're lip syncing, not even singing. So like, it's funny. It's like it's supposed to be tongue in cheek. So and Cracker's kind of bringing it to the runway. So I'm getting excited.
And so, yeah, she calls herself thin, white, and salty, like a Jewish Barbie on bath salts. I'm like, great description. I'm in.
Why don't we just like talk about their entrances right now then?
Oh, we kind of are. I don't still remember what they're.
So Miss Crocker walks in, and she just like walks in all poised, and then
is that a grapefruit on her head?
Is that grapefruit on her head?
That was from Miss.
And then she's like, Cracker. Cool. Like, the first queen she meets is Asia O'Hara, and Asia O'Hara is from the South. When she hears the word cracker, she's like, what? It's, and like, honestly, like, I'm so excited to have Cracker on my team. She's the kind of queen that, one, I would date because her hilarity and humor would, like, get me every day. Mm-hmm. And she's funny and she's good and she's got like good looks. All right, moving on.
Absolutely. And so I guess if we're talking about, I didn't really put anything down for Aquaria's look, but I think I remember she looked like did she have like the belt here? Was that this look? And was the black hair kind of like punky? I can't remember.
It was like a big oversized 80s female mullet hair.
Love it. Okay.
It was like punk rock.
Asymmetrical.
And she came in and she was just like, bonjour. And she walked in and she just stood there and like, she did that like Kenyon Michaels thing where she goes, like that thing that queens do where it's like they're trying to look sexy, but like you just look like you're chewing something. I don't know. And so she came out like that, and then when they were like talking about her look, she goes, "Yeah, I can tell that every queen in here knows who I am." And I'm like, you know what Cracker did when she came out? She just, okay, it's time for dinner. Like, it's so funny. Like, that's just something that you wouldn't expect. So I don't know.
Well, I find it interesting though that the people confuse them. So I understand why you picked her second. It's annoying, but you can have her. Fine. So instead we do a snake draft, but Mike decided to shake it up and decide that instead next he was going to choose a queen to be on my team.
You pick your first pick, I pick a pick, and now I get to give you a queen that I don't want. And my queen was Cameron Michaels. Okay, so we're going to talk about Cameron Michaels for a second. Cameron Michaels. After when I saw his entrance, he was like, he comes out and he goes, "Well, I auditioned for Pit Crew, but this will be way more fun." And like tatted muscle dude, like when he like in his diary room confessions. Yes, but like so he comes out in this dress, and Yuha Hamasaki goes, "That's a man, Maury." It was so funny. Like that was my quote from that whole episode. Was that's a man. Every time I saw it, that's a man. Because it is a man. Like,
all I said was like, he's delusional because he's like, yeah, I come out like all muscles, blah, 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 but then I turn it out and I look fishy as fuck. Or something like that. And I was like, all I wrote down is, don't think she is fishy. Like, at all. Like,
I have this friend named Greg that we used to have this joke. Like, I didn't know a lot of drag queens back in the day, but then I got to know them and stuff. But like, there's times where he'll be wasted at a gay bar, and then he'll look at a drag queen and go, "Yep, that's a man." Like, just super rude and like all that, but that's a man, Maury. It's so funny.
Really funny.
Oh.
I'm personally not into the muscle queen look. I like when Milk was wearing like the arm pads and stuff like that. I thought it was like funny because like that's like a Milk do. Yeah. But I don't aesthetically. It doesn't like. I like the allure of when a man looks like it can pass as a woman, and I like that portion. It's not like, I don't know, I just like that part of it. I like being fooled or being like, wow, she does such a good job, like she hides all of her masculinity and is able to look feminine. Like, I like that. So showcasing muscles, to me, I'm just kind of like, that's not really my thing. So I had him though in the middle of my picks if I were going to choose. So he wasn't at the bottom.
That was the first one I did not want. Now, having said that, I feel bad that like that's the person that I gave you first right off the bat.
I would have, if I got my picks in order, I would have ended up with him on my team. So he would have been my last pick.
Well, yeah. Like,
so
he certainly gave you a dinger next. Who did you give me?
It must have been Calorie.
Yeah, Calorie Kardashian, whatever. I didn't know her middle name was Kardashian. Carb.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just Kelly. I thought it was Kardashian,
it's Carb.
Like the royal family. And like and then all of a sudden they were like Kardashian, like carbs. And I went,
now, not gonna lie though, her face, she's really, really, really pretty. Like, I think she has a beautiful face. But I thought that her look when she came out for her like big like here I am look, like I thought that it was just mediocre. And like her twerking was mediocre. Like, if you're gonna be like the twerking queen, you'll twerk all over everything. Like, be better at it and wear a better outfit while you do it. You can't just go rely on the fact that you have a really pretty face. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, and a fat ass.
Right? Like, just be like, I'm a curvy queen and really pretty. Like, okay, cool. Now be better than you were being right now, please. What did I write about her?
I'm known as the twerk queen. Yeah, in New Mexico.
Did I even write anything about her? I don't even think I wrote anything about her. Oh, Calorie. Oh, shit. Oh.
She came out looking like Snooki from season 1.
Yeah, but I'm looking at my notes to see what I was talking about there, and I'm like, I think that was part of the mini challenge I was looking at. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Sass class and a whole lot of ass. That's all I wrote down for her. Whatever. Next, I gave you a doozy. Like, sucker.
But, yeah, well, it's okay. It's not the other one that I didn't want that I got. And then you got to pick somebody.
I think you pick next, yeah.
I don't know like exactly the order of what it was. Oh, like I have our conversation and everything, but I think
go through the conversation.
So that okay, we'll go through the conversation. In that okay, we talk about Facebook Messenger. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for creating this social media.
I think I got to pick next, actually.
I think you just picked. I think without discussing it, I think you just did pick it, and I was just like, Okay, just go for it. Like you can have her. I think then you picked Monet Exchange.
Yeah,
next.
that's what I was gonna say next. Is Monet Exchange is who
Okay, here we go. This is great conversation. I'll take Aquaria. And I go, I take Miss Cracker just to create drama. And you're like, fuck. I wanted her too. And I'm like, no, I picked now. I said, now I pick for you. You're like, okay. You get Cameron Michaels. That's a man, more. And then you're like, you get Calorie Kardashian. And I'm like, ew. And then you laugh like this. And then I said, you pick now, and then I pick. And then I pick for you, then you pick for me.
Okay.
And you're like, oh. I'm like, what a twist. And you're like, I'll take Monet Exchange. And then I'm like, Mayhem Miller, please.
Okay, so let's pause there. So Monet Exchange, she's from the Bronx. I just liked her vibe, and I like her coming in as like that whole like work woman with a little updo. She did like a little bodysuit reveal out of her, workman clothes, and like she had some sass, and I was liking her, and I liked her in her confessionals. Like I liked her attitude. So I was like,
she's got good confessionals. I got to tell her that. Like, she's like, I'm very charming as a boy. Do you hear that, fellas? Very charming. And I'm like, he is very charming.
Yeah.
He's got like a smile for days.
Yeah, I'm like, hey.
Hey there.
So I'm pretty into him as a man more as a man, but as man and a woman. I just like his personality. I like his name. I feel that he will be fun, and she will be, I think she's a good pick. So that's why I picked her kind of third, but second.
I picked Mayhem Miller next because I did some research about her and how she like comes out, and she goes, I come from a long line of drag like family. She says Morgan McMichaels, who didn't win, Delta Work, who didn't win, and Detox, who didn't win. And but they were epic, awesome queens.
Yeah.
So Mayhem Miller, like, she knows what she's doing, and like later on we see how upset she gets. Like she gets upset because she's been trying to get on the show
for years.
And it's funny, like I don't know how it is. I know how it is in the drag community, but at a certain point, you're just like, am I going to be doing drag for the rest of my life, doing these gigs, or am I like not going to be able to perform because I've injured myself in these stilettos? You never know, right? So, so this was a big deal for her getting on the show. So I picked her because I think that she's got a lot of heart.
Absolutely, and she looked gorgeous in her red dress. Now, I wasn't so high on her. She was in my top picks, but yeah, I wasn't as high because of the fact that I didn't think that that Morgan was a good person to be like part of her drag family, and the other person that I can't remember. I love Detox, so I thought that was a shining star from her drag family, but the other two I was like, wah, wah. So I was like, if you're just aspiring to be them, then maybe I don't want you on my team. That's kind of where I was going there. What happened next? You picked for me again?
Yeah.
What do you give me?
I said, you get the Vixen.
Ew! I mean, okay, the Vixen, I just came to fight, or whatever she said, and like, just like, she's just so skinny, and she's just such a mess, and like, ratchet, and this like ghetto, and like.
Well, the reason why I gave you her, like, I was like, I didn't like her, that Chicago outfit that she like came out in. Even Jinx goes, I think she's from Chicago. Like, it's a Chicago on her front shirt, at the front of her shirt. It just looked like a big old mess. Now, yeah, we'll get to it, but like, I mean, I was like, no, I'm not into it.
Well, like she kind of described herself as like a showgirl and an honest queen and a political queen, and she can dance. And I'm like, so those are all kind of interesting, but I just don't know for my personal taste level if she can make an outfit that I'm like, wow. Like, you know, like I just, and like, I don't find that her makeup is that makes her look, even though I think that aesthetically her face is a pretty face, I just don't know if the makeup that she does and like the wigs that she wears really, I just don't think she knows how to make herself look as good as she could possibly look. And so she just always looks like a 6 out of 10, you know?
Jesus Christ.
You think she's more than a 6?
Yeah.
You think she's more than a 6? Okay, you date her.
I think as a boy, he's a 6. But as a girl, I think he's a good, like, solid 8.
8? I'm an 8 in real life. Like, I'm an 8. So you're saying that, like, we're equal in, like, hotness?
Babe, you have a vagina. Shocker. Spoiler alert, everybody. She's got a vagina.
Flashlight, I've had to prove it to drag queens before.
What's that?
I said I've had to prove it before, like in the village in Montreal. We were all dressed up as drag queens. And so whether you were guys or girls. And so I had like a guy at a gay bar go and like put his hands between my legs and be like, just checking if you're real or whatever. And so he like cupped my vagina and he's like, just checking. I was like,
hashtag me too. Jesus. No consent.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I was at a gay bar and like it was Montreal. It's very liberal. I was at parking. You ever been to parking? It used to be really fun.
You know what? I need to go back to Montreal and I need someone from Montreal to actually show me a good time because I have never been to Montreal and had a great time.
Really?
Ever. And I've been 5 times.
What?
So that's a challenge for you, viewers. If you're from Montreal and you watch this, come take this guy out because, like, honestly, I've been to Stereo.
Ew.
I've been to these like clubs and bars and stuff, but I want to like. I've even been a tour guide there. I used to take grade 8 students from like Toronto to Montreal, and I would conduct their whole trip. So it's not like don't show me some science center, don't show me the biodome. Been there, done that. I'm just saying, like.
I mean, I don't know if I'm cool anymore, and like all my cool friends are old now, but
maybe I'm old and I just don't want to do that shit. Like I don't want to.
Well, I'm sure I can still find the fun kids if I wanted to. So yeah, I have some people that I could like.
Let's just say it's not on my bucket list to go back there again.
Really, it's so fun. We can go to Chicago.
Sorry,
maybe. I know it wouldn't be a big show, but if I end up losing, which I don't think I'm going to, you guys, but if I end up losing, maybe I'll take you to Montreal and we'll go to Chez Mado. It's not like a big show, unless there is a big show in Montreal, and we can see if we can show you a good time in Montreal.
We take the train?
I was thinking flying porter, but...
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, because it would be like dirt cheap. Yeah, okay.
It would be...
No, like that, that's a solid trip. That's a solid trip.
It'd be like, no, I think it's $75 return for porter.
Cool. And like, we don't have to like pay American money. It's still Canadian money, so that we get to go. Yeah, there's no currency exchange.
Exactly. So who are we talking about? Oh.
So then,
yeah, the vixen. Yeah, not very musical.
And then you're like, I'll give you Eureka, and I went, okay. She was on my list, so I'm like, okay. Congratulations, Eureka. You can finish off what you started. Like, basically, my opinion of Eureka is
or was?
What?
Is or was?
Is and was. Is that like she was great on season 9. She injured herself. She got brought back as in like sorry, like for medical reasons you like cannot perform anymore, but come back for season 10. Okay, well, I don't know what happened between season 9 and season 10, but like you need to like it's just a knee, babe.
Well, your ACL is pretty. That's a pretty heavy injury.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, maybe, like, as a big girl, you shouldn't be, like, doing big splits like that all the time.
Absolutely.
I don't know. You gotta watch your...
Did you feel as though she actually didn't know where Harlem was? Because like when she's in the workroom and I can't remember.
She's American. Most Americans don't even know where Canada is.
But Harlem, come on. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I used to live in New York, so I know where that is. But people, I don't know. Like some southern people, no.
I thought she was just joking me, like, where is that? But I guess that I might be wrong there. So yeah, I said that Eureka was kind of flat. I wasn't really excited about her. I don't even know where
she looked kind of round to me. She came out big, like she looked like she came out in like that. What's her name? I'm gonna have to remember all these drag queens. Kennedy Davenport. It looked like she came out in her like rooster costume 2.5.
Pretty much saying that she's fatter than ever. Fat, pretty, hot, and tasty. Returning now. Wait, now does what? What did I write? Returning now and does her own drag. I don't know what that means. I can't remember. I don't know. But I wasn't really excited by her. I felt that like last season I was more excited by her, or like season 9 than this season. So I was like, you can have her because I don't think she's going to win.
Right, I don't think so either. And then it went. I'll give you Eureka. I'm like, fine with me. You're like, LOL. And I'm like, your turn. You're like, I don't think she will win. That's all.
Oh, see, exactly. I didn't. It's exactly what I just said.
And they're like, Asia O'Hara.
Thank you. I like that pick as well. I mean, I didn't think that her outfit was that amazing. It was kind of like Mary J. Blige, like in like an interview. But I thought she was really pretty. I thought she looked good. I thought she could have gone a little more over the top with her look, but I thought she was really pretty, and she's very pretty as a boy. And she has a lot of sass, a lot of facial expressions. She's like has a lot of attitude and character.
My personal opinion of her is not personal opinion, but like my opinion about Asia O'Hara is that she is like, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of her personality. I'm not a big fan of her drag look. I think that she comes off arrogant and rude. I like when Cracker's like, Cracker. Okay, it's 2018, people. Cracker is like not. I don't think that is a slur at all.
Well, this is the thing.
Like her face, she was just like, this bitch is gonna be.
It's just like okay, it's not the same, but as if one of the queens called themselves Miss N-word. And I just like, I think it's just like, it could be considered in bad taste. And so I think that she was just shocked that this skinny little white girl was going to be so outlandish in her name, where it could have a lot of, I mean, I don't find that to be as obviously jarring as the N-word, but I do feel I can understand with someone from the South where there's a lot more stigma around what has happened in the last 100 years.
Oh, for sure.
I can see that it would be shocking that this woman would be so nonchalant about potentially stirring up some racial issues.
And that's the difference between Nashville and New York City.
Exactly.
You know, it is this Christian, like,
but it's where racism was down the South, right? So yeah. It's definitely a different energy and a different view around these words, and they might just be a little bit more heated than they would be in New York, because New York is like, it's like at the border, it's going to be super multicultural, a lot more open-minded. It doesn't hold all the weight and the blood of like all these people that died in, you know, it's just a completely different perspective, like from their roots. So I get
it is a perspective, but at this, like, she needs a little bit of a sense of humor. I don't like.
No, exactly. I would just be like, oh my god, okay, fine, go for it. But I could see though how somebody though that's from the South might be a little more like, excuse me.
Yeah, it's just I get. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
So you don't like her, but I like the fact that she's older. That means she's a little bit smarter, most likely. And it seems like she can create looks, and she's kind of a chameleon. Like I liked when I was looking through all of her different looks and stuff like that. I saw that she kind of was a chameleon. So I was excited to see the different looks that she was going to be bringing to the table.
She she hasn't won me over yet, so she has one more episode to win me over.
All right.
Because that's all I give her. One more, and she's gone. Okay, then you said, then I took Dusty Ray Bottoms. I said, Dusty Ray Bottoms, please. Okay, so Dusty Ray Bottoms. Okay, long story short, I want to bang him as a dude.
He's cute.
He's so cute. What's that?
He looks pretty straight.
Yeah,
like kind of like a Jewish kid, you know?
Yeah, I just like the curly hair and the big smile, and then like he doesn't look too fishy as a queen. He almost looks like a young version of Tempest du Jour.
I don't remember what she. Oh, like the one that lost a lot of weight. Is that Tempest?
Yeah. But Tempest du Jour is like just like that older queen. He kind of looks like the same. Like I'm scary, but I'm not. Like he's very not Sharon Needles scary. He's like, that person should be like put in the asylum scary. Like he's a little weird. And then he's got all those like dots on his face, and I was like, I want to take him because he's cute as a boy.
I actually like his dots. I think that they're unique, and I also like that he is a musical theater queen, so he knows some of the same songs that I know, and that we could probably do like a duet for a couple of them. So I'm into
that. And then you're like, I'll give you Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, and I went, gross. And then you laughed like that. And then I said, you got Monique Hart.
And I was like, it wasn't really okay, but it was.
And then it's so funny. Like, Nelson, you're like, you get Blair Sinclair. And I was like, yes. Because actually, Blair Sinclair is my actual pick to win the whole season.
Really?
Yeah, like that's my pick to win the whole season. Like when I saw all the looks and when I saw the people, I was like, Blair Sinclair, I like the name. She looks super cute. I was like, I saw that moment. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, but like that moment where Blair Sinclair gets the call that says that she's going to be on Rupaul's Drag Race. And it's in this parking lot of some grocery store, and it is to die for. He sits up, and he's like sitting in the parking lot. And he goes, "I'm on Rupaul's Drag Race." And all of his friends scream around him, and it's the sweetest, cutest thing ever. That's so, oh, God. I loved it.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, my God.
I wrote that he was super cute. He's from Indianapolis, Indiana. He's 22. He's a Broadway queen as well. He can sing, dance, act, and sew. So I definitely think he was well-rounded. I just felt that he was a little bit too young, I thought, to maybe be innovative enough. But in your favor, like he also could be so close to school that he's used to doing projects. So that could be good for you. But I wasn't.
Yeah, and I like Blair Sinclair because Blair Sinclair reminds me of every kid I grew up with in musical theater from Markham. I love musical theater. It's an art form that is way different than stage. And I just, he's 22 and he is who he is. He's that bright-eyed kid, in LA trying to make it as a drag queen on the hip happening drag queen show. So, you know what? He's staying true to himself. That's what I like.
Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. I actually had him ranked higher. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Than Monique. Never mind. What happened next?
Well, just like touching on Monique Hart for a second.
Oh yeah.
Monique Hart bringing you the heart of season 10. Don't talk to us like that in the diary room if you're giving us hearts. Come on, be a little nicer in the dining room.
Body, oddy. She's a
and also we're just going to go with Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. We'll get to her later.
I don't know what you mean by that. Anything else I want to say about Monique Hart? Razzle Dazzle Queen. Oh yeah, I really liked her all gold outfit though. I thought that looked good.
It's funny that Rue wore the exact same outfit the second episode on the runway.
Right? Took the look right off of the queen. So, and then what happened?
It's the 10th season of RuPaul's Drag Race, and the contestants are still teaching me something about the show.
We would never say that.
I know. Jeff Probst says it. Okay, and then you're like, I'll take... I think at this point we really didn't know what Yuha Hamasaki's name was. and autocorrect didn't know either. So it goes, you get Ukes. Yuma. And you're like, I'll take Yahari. With a Y. And I'm like, yes, her.
Okay.
But I did want her. And
that was the last pick? No, you were.
That was the last pick.
All right.
So I think that they're I don't know. Are they well balanced? I'm
pretty happy with mine, like personally, because
you should be happy with yours.
Well, I got all my first top picks except for Ms. Cracker and the Vixen. Those are basically like Mixed Vixen wasn't near my top picks, but everybody else was my top 7.
Well, she should be in your top picks because I'm like, after watching the first and second episode, Vixen's going far, man.
Well, we'll see. Yes.
Okay, so they all come into the workroom. They do their same little spiels. They start talking about, it's almost like an Alyssa Edwards and Coco Montrese drama between Aquaria and Cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Which is delightful because like season 5.
Well, maybe they'll have to do a challenge where they get to be twins and they have to like actually make themselves look alike, which would be kind of fun.
I hope that Dusty Ray Bottoms. I don't know who else is hot as a boy. I don't know, but keep going. What do I have for notes? Oh, then so then Rue comes out. They all scream like they always do, and then we go into their first mini challenge, and their first mini challenge is to walk a runway. No big deal, but you're surrounded by all the past queens that were like top 5s, top friends, top fan favorites. Yeah, like. It was nice and refreshing to see some of those people. Like, I think my favorite was
Adore. I love Adore.
I like it. I like Adore.
She's so cute.
I'm gonna say the Jara Sophia.
I don't remember what she looks like.
Season 3, couldn't pronounce English very well. But super like punk rocky, like it's always like she looks like she has dreads in, and she's I don't know.
I'm picturing Raja.
I love Raja. my buddy Brad for his birthday went down to LA and stayed with Adore Delano this past weekend.
I love Adore.
And how he got introduced was he knows this guy who's dating Raja.
I want to do Raja. I want to hear what Raja.
So they do the challenge. To sum it all up, my favorite was Cracker, Mayhem, and Monet Exchange.
I do not know, but I'll just go through my quick note. I'll do a quick note. So I just did like one-liners for everybody. So I said Eureka was a bit flat. Surprised that Mayhem is best friends with Morgan. Cracker, the drag queen. I don't know what I just wrote there. Asia O'Hara, broken legs, working the fringe. Miss Mary J. Blige. Calorie does the splits. Monique. I don't know what I wrote here. Darian was Darian was impressed. Oh, right. Was impressed. The vixen came to party, even though her skirt ripped. Okay. Dusty was Scary Bradshaw. Yahuwah, Asian Bianca Del Rio. I didn't write anything for Miss Vanjie. Cameron, I didn't write anything for. Monet channeling her inner Paris is burning. I didn't write anything for Blair. Aquarius, Adore thinks that she is amazing and that she's been watching her since she was 14. And I thought it was funny though that they all the queens thought that Blair was the producer's son. That's so cute. But that was my whole list of these.
Yeah, like that's the queen's favorite part is when they all go back into the workroom and then they like change into a boy. and then they all saw Cameron Michaels pretty much naked.
So
and like lost their shit. Yeah, it's a good cast so far.
Yeah.
No drama, but moving forward because we got to get through to like the next episode.
You just jump to the end.
What's that?
Let's just jump to the end.
Yeah, we'll just jump to the end. They had to create Drag on a Dime. They all came up with their looks. The top looks were.
Are we doing points right now or no?
I mean, like we could like sort of do points at the same time. The only one that. So the mini challenge, Monet Exchange won that, so you get points for that.
Right. Obviously. Where did I write my list?
Okay, so Chantele, Michael Pez.
So for mini challenge, I get plus 10.
Top looks were Blair St. Clair. So what did we do? What was the point system
5
for
points?
5? Okay,
yeah.
So I get 5 for Blair St. Clair, but I lose 5 for Calorie. And then I gain 5 for Cracker. And then I lose 5 for Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. And then I gain 5 for Mayhem. And then I lose 5 for Dusty Rainbow. And then there's Yuha Hamasaki. Now, is she bottom or top? Because there were 7 people. So if I don't get any points, you don't get any points.
I don't know if that's fair.
I know. Just all of mine just canceled each other out. That's hilarious.
Oh, she was in the caution dress. Yeah, caution.
Onk, onk.
Well, she wasn't safe.
She wasn't safe.
Well, she wasn't safe, but she wasn't in the bottom or the top.
Yeah, it's weird. 2 points?
Sure.
Watch you win by 2 this whole time.
I'll take those 2 points.
You are ho. Yuha Hamasaki.
Any other points happening here? Who won? And you won. You got for winning the lip sync.
Winning the lip sync. Okay.
Oh, that's the 5 that you already took.
No, I haven't. No, that's plus 5.
Oh, plus 5 more then for you.
Yeah. So now I only have 5 points.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I have 12.
You have 12.
Is that everything?
And then for the main challenge winner was Mayhem. So I get 15 points.
Okay.
And she cried in front of the judges. So,
right. I'll give you points for that one.
Yeah, that was a good cry because they talked about it Untucked.
So plus another 10?
Yeah, plus 10. And that is pretty much concludes. Christina Aguilera came out. Cool.
Yeah, I like that the fact that they were referencing that she looks like Pheromone.
That was funny. I actually was like, welcome back, Pheromone. I was like, oh, sick. I want Pheromone to come back. I'd like her to come back. Wouldn't mind.
Yeah, because
she stepped up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, you know, I was like, oh, yeah, it's Christina Aguilera.
Loved it.
That was great.
Yeah, I wanted more from Calorie. Blair, I was intrigued. I thought Blair looked gorgeous. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm eating my words here. Mike might have got it right. Because I was like, I thought she looked stunning. She looked like she stepped out of like a magazine.
Yeah, you giving me Blair is like me giving you the Vixen.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Except I wouldn't have picked either of them on my own. I guess. Do you want to go through any more of episode 1? Or are we done?
I'm good with that, man.
Yes, yeah, they did. Ain't Another Man was the song they sang, and Mayhem was the winner. Boom.
Yeah, and Calorie stayed, and Calorie totally smoked her in the lip sync.
Who was she?
Calorie was great.
But who she was against? Miss Manji? Was that there?
Yeah, Miss Manji.
And is that when she leaves you? Yeah, it was when she leaves.
Okay, so at the end of the episode, we're going to go right into like episode 2 right now. At the end of the episode, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know whether or not she was having Tourette's or anything. Okay, so this is my whole thing about Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Why on earth would you ever name yourself? So, like, you get to pick your drag name, okay? Why on earth would you ever pick a name of a word that someone can't pronounce and keep that as the word in your name? That would be like, I don't know.
Like,
my last name was Michael Pez, and someone can't say a Z, and they go Michael Pez. And I'm like, I am now Michael Pez, just like that. I am now Michael, because that person can't say it, and they're my drag mother. Pez.
I have to disagree, because I think it's really funny about the fact that like her drag mother couldn't say her name, so now she has like a new name. And how I relate that to is like my mom couldn't say my grandmother, like Granny, whatever, when she was a baby, so she called her Nunu. And now our grandmother's been called Nunu. And so I kind of think it kind of it's like a nickname. It pays a little homage. It's a little bit humorous. It's her drag mother. I kind of like it. I thought with the story of it, I liked it better.
Okay, well, let's also be perfectly honest. My last name isn't actually legally Pez. So I guess we could let's talk about it.
Nobody can say your last name, so you change it to Pez?
It's that, someone couldn't say my last name. Like, my last name is a certain name that we're not going to say on YouTube right now. But that's, I was in theater school. There was 2 Michaels. We were both from Canada. We were both bald. And, your last name, like Pez. It sounds like Pez, like a candy. Your name is now Pez. And this girl named me. Her name was Brooke. She was the orientation leader, and I'm not kidding you. Everyone started calling me Pez to the point that teachers call me Pez. People were like, "You're Pez?" I thought it was like some Spanish dude or whatever. I thought it was like fish in Spanish or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm Michael Pez. And to the point that now I am like paid as I just got like my T4 slip in the mail from doing a commercial, and it said Michael Pez, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is like shit. So, okay, I get it. It's I don't know.
You just don't like her as a drag queen.
Yeah, no, not feeling it. She's probably a super nice person. Don't get me wrong.
That'd be funny.
You look great, awesome, fantastic. I just I glad I don't need to watch you anymore on TV.
So episode 2 turns around, and Miss Calorie Kardashian stays. We see the little scene with Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie, and RuPaul and Michelle
Miss
kind of joking about it.
Vanjie. Oh, that was so funny. Oh,
Vanjie. I feel like
and Rue is just trying to keep it together. Like, just this girl's been kicked off. She's upset, and Miss Vanjie, like, okay, we're talking like I work at a bar, and like we're talking like everyone all over my Facebook, all over everything is say Vanjie in the mirror 3 times. She comes behind you, like all that shit. It's like I've seen that one. I saw one where it was Drew Barrymore in Scream, and she's answering the phone. She goes, "Hello, Miss Vanjie," and like, who is this, Miss Vanjie? It's so funny.
Well, it does, like how she says it does sound like a southern based horror film. Like a horror film that's set in the South. 100%.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. See, Miss Vanjie's already come out with pest dispensers.
She's making some money. So yeah, now we're back in the workroom, if I'm not mistaken, and Aquaria is kind of discussed. I guess they're kind of doing the whole like talking to each other thing. And Aquaria,
the producers are on the side going, "Hey, remember like what you were talking about before? Talk about that again."
Yeah, so let's talk about how her and Miss Cracker have had similar looks. What was I going to say? You're going to have to,
Well, Carby Joe's the one that brought it up. Carby's like, so I heard you guys had like a really interesting conversation, like while we were like on the main stage.
Well, and then the Vixen decides to like kind of throw some fuel to the fire there, and it's like
throwing fuel to the fire. Have you ever thrown bullets, like ammo, into a fire? Those go off, man. That's what she did. She literally threw full ammunition bullets into a fire. She's like, no, you gotta listen here. You gotta all right, because Aquaria was being very like, hey, you know, like I just thought that, but it doesn't bother me. And Vixen's like, now it bothers you. Like we're gonna like get it all out in the air now. I don't know if Vixen's trying to like make good TV, or that's just how she is.
I'm not sure, but who said this though? I wrote it down. You're gonna have to have your moment to pop off because you won't be there much longer.
Aquaria.
About Vixen.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously. But you know,
Aquaria's a 21-year-old that like would rather talk shit behind someone's back and be like accuse somebody, and that's what like even what Cracker said. So Aquaria, you on TV, like in front of everybody, have accused me of stealing your looks. Well, there's one look, and guess what? I did a look that Aquaria will never do. That's called being on top.
I mean, I think that Aquaria has a lot of potential to be on top, so I don't know if that's a fair statement, but she was on top that episode. And Aquaria was just safe. Even though I liked Aquaria's little Bo Peep outfit, I did like it a lot. I was a little bit surprised that she wasn't in the top, but I don't think that Ms. Cracker has won the battle of the face.
Oh, no. This is still like, there's still a lot. This is only the second episode.
Especially since Aquaria apparently taught Ms. Cracker like how to paint, and that like they've even done like some twinsy kind of photo shoots and this and that. And so they used to be friends, and they used to kind of like try to look alike. And so I guess like it's Ms. Cracker's time to kind of step out of being twinsies with Aquaria, and that's going to be her challenge. So Andy Cohen shows up.
I think Andy Cohen is so good looking.
I'm not into him, but I like him. And so I don't know how he fit into the mini challenge, but it is, hey girl, hey, where they're doing some quick drag. To be honest, I think it's funny, but like quick drag like always reminds me how unattractive these men could be when they don't do it well.
Quick drag to me is what I think that I would actually look like in like good drag.
Drag to me is like a drag queen waking up the next morning or afternoon after like a bender and like also doing the walk of shame, like with wig on wrong, the makeup all on sideways, like that's what quick drag is to me.
Yeah,
Morning after walk of shame.
and the gig that they were at the night before where they got blackout drunk was not supposed to be like a really pretty drag.
No, it was like, yeah, raunchy drag. Or like,
oh god. So winner of that went to
oh wait, you didn't hear, you don't remember Rue's joke? I thought it was funny. She's like, quick drag is you're gonna put the cunt back in country. The charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent back in country. I was like,
you know, it took me up to like season 8 to realize that that's what it was.
What?
Like season 8 is when I realized that it was like the acronym for that word. I'm slow, people.
Step aside from that note, I won't judge.
Sorry, kids.
Go ahead.
No. I'm like, sorry, kids. I don't really. I
know. I'm just like avoiding the fact that you didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, and I'm avoiding the fact that I just won't say that word on YouTube.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't say. I could say it in real life, but like only like every once in a while.
Part of the word country.
Oh yeah, but like absolutely.
So I didn't write anything for Dusty, but the vixen was ratchet as usual, but she can dance.
She wins the mini challenge.
Yeah, I don't remember what anybody else did. Monique.
Eureka was funny. Cracker was good because she did like a little cartwheel. She probably looked like the best. She looked like the best in quick drag.
Aquarius sits on that broom. I was like, ow.
Yeah. Is that possible?
Mayhem loses a wig. How do I put Mayhem wig down? What does that mean?
Are you down points because she lost a wig? No, I don't think so.
I don't remember. Anyways.
I think the wig's like they just spun around and the wig flew off.
Okay. I don't remember. But it was cute with Rupaul dancing with Andy and the pit crew. Ru can't really dance. She's a little stiff, but she's cute. It's her show.
It's her show. She can do whatever she wants.
Exactly. So the mini challenge was won by Miss Dixon
and Asia O'Hara.
And Asia. So they're both 9. How many points do we get for that, darling?
Get 10 points.
For each of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that it? Yeah.
10 points for each of them. Okay, let me start with
tens across the board. Okay, so yeah, you got 20 points there. Then they do the schoolyard pick. Because they're the challenges that they're going to do. Room of Farsic. What was it called?
Farmarusical.
Farmarusical.
Yeah.
I tell you, these drag queens are so punny. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so they do rehearsals. They start picking their parts. A lot of people are like, why did I get picked last? Why did I get picked last? You just got picked last, okay? They didn't really want to work with you. They didn't want you on your team. Eureka got to pick whatever team she wanted because she was last pick. And she went on Asia O'Hara's, and Asia O'Hara was not having it. But they started to rehearse, and Asia O'Hara's team like came out, and who'd they see but Alyssa Edwards.
Oh, I was like, where are we? Okay, sorry, we just jumped a bit. Okay, yeah, I was really actually happy to see Miss Alyssa Edwards because she knows where the queens have been. Like they've been through she's been through what they were going through, but she also is so extra, and I want people to be more extra. Extra
is so extra.
Go over the top. Tell them that you make them say that you were too much, and not in the milk way, but like how she did on the Bachelor. But like, I just like Alyssa is going to push them because she's a dance teacher, like to be more than they would just give on their own, and I like that.
Yeah, a dance teacher, oh god, a teacher in dance class, they are the ones that will just cut you to the bone and they will tell it like it is. And so Asia's team comes out there and like I didn't realize there were so many words that they had to like memorize and do. But they did it well. And then the Vixens team comes out. I'm just gonna switch the camera here. Then the Vixens team comes out. Oh, perfect. And yeah, they didn't rehearse at all. And
No,
Alyssa,
like on the stage too, like you know, Alyssa was giving them choreography, so Aquaria and Asia just like popping it, and but Calorie couldn't really do it. I'm just like, Calorie, you're supposed to be the twerk queen, like pop it harder, like do it, give it to me, break your back, girl, break your back.
I'm from New Mexico and I can't do
that. But yeah, I just I like the fact that they took the time, the first team, to actually just to bring something to the table. Like, I get it that you have a choreographer, but like it's kind of cool when the choreographer can see what you guys can do together, whether they use the material or not. Bringing something to the table allows them to see what's gonna, like, they can have a vision of what's gonna most likely look best on you if they haven't specifically decided who's doing what already. And so I thought it was good for them to have brought something to the table. But on the other hand, though, the other team, the Vixens team, they spent time on their costuming and looking as a cohesive group. So I'm not sure at that point, like, what was the better choice. But as a dancer, I would have come with, like, a show, and then she could make that show better. That's how I would have probably approached it.
Yeah, like, I would have had to gotten whatever the script was, sit down with the script and actually, like, read it over as a group. And then, like, okay, who feels comfortable doing what parts? And then ultimately deciding whether or not they should get that part. And I felt bad for, like, Blair St. Clair and, like, the shoes and, like, not being able to twirl in it. But like I said on other episodes before, like you're being recorded while you rehearse something. You know how bad I am at, like, learning dance steps at first? Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'll get it. I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden I'll get it. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. But, like, God, the editing is so great. That's why my pick for Blair St. Clair is going to win. Is they're throwing these little moments just to, like, oh, she struggled, but look how far she came.
I think that her face looks too young for her to win, to be honest.
Oh, like, yeah.
She just looks too young. I know Tyra was, I think, the same age, but she has a little bit, Blair just looks too much of, like, a baby, I think. That's the thought. So yeah, Alyssa's like, there's no walking. She just wants everyone to amp it up. And, like, I was happy that she was there to show that, like, whatever they were doing wasn't enough, because it seems sometimes that the queens can't gauge how much they're giving. And I like that Alyssa is making sure that they know that whatever they're bringing to the table was definitely not enough. And poor Yahuwah, or if that's her name, Yahuwah. Sorry, I'm so sorry I'm messing up her name. I will know it 100% for next time. But she's a really bad actor, and I'm just like, oh God, she's on my team, but she's so pretty. I'm like,
it's Yuha, Y-U-H-A, Yuha Hamasaki.
No, it's Y-U-H-U-A, but it's pronounced Yuha?
Yuha.
Okay.
Yuha.
I don't know when she said it, but Monique was like, my face is saying everything you need to know.com. I like her. She has, like, a nice little liners.
Yeah, her diary rooms are great. Monique's are great. I even like her little scream that she always does. She always goes, ah! She always does that. That's great. I love how Monet Exchange is always talking about how she feels like she should have been in the top for, like, her outfits and stuff. And some people are like, what are you talking about?
Oh, is that when Monique said my face is saying everything you need to know.com? I think that's where she said it when, I don't know.
It's something, but, like, when she had that sponge look, everyone was like, no, you didn't deserve to be in the top 10. You did not deserve to be in that.
Asia was the top 5. You just deserve to be in the bottom this week for that look.
It's so funny. You know Hamasaki is a funny queen.
So the whole team gives who a group hug? Was it Eureka? Yeah, it must have been Eureka. She's probably the only one that's begging for sympathy. Asia's not having it, which is good. Like, I'm just like, okay, listen, Eureka, I get it, you're picked last. Boo-hoo. I get it that you had knee surgery. But you got to get over it or don't come back on the show. Like, come back and, like, come back to win. Don't come back for sympathy votes. Don't come back to be like, oh, my God, like, I don't think I should deserve to be. Like, I'm not down with people that don't feel like I don't want a humble drag queen. I don't want a victimized drag queen. Like, drag queens are supposed to be epitome of, like, feminine power, like, confidence, like, ego, good, like, I'm the best. Like, that's what I want to exude. I don't want some, yeah, exactly. You're in the mirror, you're in the face, body. Like, these girls aren't weak. Whether maybe they are, like, as this is their look that they're putting on, this is their facade, and this is their mask, fine. But I don't want to see a drag queen that is not turning it out.
Yeah, and also, Eureka, like, we're not all, like, watching you to like, see it fail.
Exactly.
We're not doing that. We're not here to, like, she was very well liked. She was very well liked on that season. Mm-hmm. And I was excited for her to come back. I didn't want you to come back and start crying.
No.
And saying that you have PTSD from, like, rupturing your knee. Like, then don't fucking, like, do that then.
Don't come back.
You know, like some big girls, they just have, like, walking patterns where they point when they walk. they point and then they walk towards where they're pointing. You do that, or they walk in, like, figure eights or W's on the thing. We're not asking you to, like,
split.
If your knee hurts, then tell them. God.
Yeah, her whining.
You have back problems, don't carry stuff. Come on.
I was surprised, though, that Calorie used to be 340 pounds. And, like, the story she was telling us actually, like, I was really sad. I felt really bad, though, about, like, what she's gone through. And so I appreciate her coming to represent the big girls and, like, you know, I understand that, like, she's taking some new self-worth and value in becoming Calorie. So I feel a little bit bad about giving her a hard rap a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Like,
but as drag queen, I wanted her to be better. And I just wanted her to be better. Like, as I think she can be. I think she's gorgeous. I think that she has a good story. I think that it's possible for her to be better. So I just want to see it. So.
Yeah. Well, like, they cried in the workroom, so.
Who cried?
Eureka cried in the workroom.
So you're getting minus points for that one? Or is it positive?
Well, I don't think it's positive, so.
For all these points, girl. We're crying in the workrooms, minus 10. So you get a minus 10 for Eureka? Are you getting a minus 10 for what's her name too? Calorie, I don't remember.
No, I don't get minus 10 for her. Listen, Eureka's crying because she's overwhelmed, okay? Calorie's crying because she used to be fat. Come on, shut up.
All right, okay.
Like that, like, but you know what I mean? Like,
are you getting plus 10 for Calories, so it's just canceling it out?
No, it's just there's nothing given. There's nothing given or received or anything for that. I think that if there's a moment where it's like Mayhem's, that was a cry in the first episode. Eureka, that was a cry in the second episode. And you know what? Hopefully someone doesn't cry in the next episode. I don't know.
Well, there's more crying that to be had, if I'm not mistaken, on the runway. So, Pharma Rusical is a lip sync. What is it? Lip sync something.
A lip sync tragedy. I thought that was terrible.
Really?
I thought it was so poorly done. Like, I'm comparing it to season 8. Remember when they did the Bitch Perfect with like Acid Betty and like whatever. But it was Cynthia Leeds Fontaine's team versus Chicha Devane's team.
Uh-huh.
And it was so well done. It was so like lip sync on point. The dancing was fantastic. This just seemed, oh my God, this is all over the place. This is like,
well, I think because Monique's team or Asia's team wasn't didn't look polished because their looks weren't that together. I liked it though. I mean, I always like the group numbers. I always like when people come together and like do a little dance and act and sing and dance and all that.
It's a great way of like actually looking at the stage and being like, you're forgettable, you're standing out. She's hilarious. I didn't know she was that funny. That's when you get to see those little people shine through. So exactly. I like the concept of it. It just I wasn't a fan of this one. And shockingly enough, Dusty Ray Bottoms was one of the best.
No, you Sean.
Bravo.
Do you want to talk any more about the musical or?
No.
I didn't write anything else about it, so.
I didn't even write notes on the second. I didn't even write notes about the second episode. I just remembered everything. I think I watched it 3 times.
Okay.
Because I watched it at work while bartending, and I'm like, God, I gotta watch this again. And I'm like, who's the worst? I was like actually asking guests to be like, okay, so who cried? Is anybody crying? Is there a wig on? I have points. I need a bet. And then my top.
For the main stage challenge, though, it was very best drag. And I have to say, on a whole, I was very underwhelmed by very best drag. So Asia came out first, and I actually thought she looked stunning. I loved her hair. She had like the pink ruffles and it was a big long gown, and she had like the side hair, and it was like kind of blondish, and like I thought she looked good. Next was Yuha. I thought her face was beautiful at first, and then when I saw her up close, I didn't like her makeup that much, but I thought she looked beautiful from afar. But I felt her look was really tacky, like with her fishnets and a bodysuit. Like, I thought it looked cheap, and I thought it made her look really short.
Well, she's already a small girl.
Yeah, I didn't realize how small she was, though, until this episode. I was like, oh, you're like shorter than me in real life.
You a small person.
Small person. Dusty didn't wear any bottoms and no dots, but I thought she was great. I loved her.
A few dots. There was a few dots, but it was like not all over her face like she normally does.
Mm-hmm. I thought she looked great. And somebody commented her to be a sexy Beetlejuice. And I was like, yes, she is a sexy Beetlejuice. I liked her. Monique came out with those eyes on the top of her head, and then she did some kind of like a reveal.
Come on, Sesame Street.
I thought that the reveal was underwhelming. If you're going to do a reveal, it should be better than the first look, I find, or like a little more pizzow. I thought it was just like, okay, you're doing a reveal just to do a reveal. So I was like, meh. Calorie, she looked pretty, but that's about it. She was also wearing a bodysuit, I think, and I was like, not really that feeling it. Like, is there no other looks that you can pull out other than a bodysuit just because you're a big girl? Is that what's happening here? Because that's not cool. Eureka's in a cat suit, and it wasn't very flattering in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like if you're in a cat suit that's not all black, like you better have a perfect body, or else it just looks, you just notice, in my opinion, all like the imperfections or like all the curves or the puckering. So it was like a silver with
is that a rule? Is that a Chantele rule?
I'm just saying, I wear a lot of cat suits.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
But only when my body's on point. Aquaria, she is in a mesh dress, and she has like those, I really like them, those like cool, like super huge septum piercing rings, like bull rings. I really liked it. You really didn't like it, no?
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's a cool look. I
liked it.
God, how like if those were real, which I don't think they are, but if those were real, God, that'd be just weighing your face down all night.
Oh my God, it'd pull, like your whole thing here would pull out. Ew. The Vixen, I wrote flames, but she's prettier. I don't remember what she looked like though.
It looks good. Here, let's do a little audience perspective. Oh, who do we got here? Ooh,
Miss
come on,
Cracker.
Cracker.
I love that she had like a giant cracker in her hair.
I love that her old drag name was Brianna Cracker.
Yeah, I wrote that down for the last episode, but that's true.
Brianna Cracker. Miss Cracker, you're nasty, and I'm disgusting, she said. That's right.
I liked Cracker's look. I mean, I like things that are like interesting, you know? Like thought out, full. Miss Ham. I wrote Miss Mayhem, old Hollywood glam, and I thought she looked stunning.
She does look good. She does look really good. I'm glad she's on my team.
Next is going to be Blair St. Clair, and I wrote that her face is exceptional. Her face is so pretty. Let's see this, Miss Blair.
She's very like Emma Stone, very
so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, and the looks like it looks very expensive.
And like, you know, it's almost like Ivy Winters, Pearl, and Courtney Act had a baby.
Ooh. Except she's not funny like that, as far as I can tell.
Not yet.
I'm like Butterfly Queen is what I wrote for her.
Oh, that's a man, Maury. Every time.
I think Cameron thinks she's fishier than she really is.
But funny story about Cameron Michaels. His drag mother is Toronto superstar, Brooklyn Heights. Brooklyn Heights is a part of the House of Heights, the Heights family in Toronto here. And so Brooklyn is a trained dancer, like ballet dancer and everything, studied in Europe, and then came back and then became this real dancing drag queen that was so popular, and so that he should be on this show. But like, they don't allow Canadians to be on here. But Cameron Michaels is his drag daughter.
Well, he should have had someone that was better representing. I'm just kidding. And so the Monet Exchange, you saw her come out. She's wearing the red catsuit and the short blonde wig. I thought she's like has like fierce attitude. Like I didn't think she looked the best, but like I like her presence. Like she's confident and like I'm into that, and she sells me on that. So overall, shocker of the night, the Vixens team won. And I actually was surprised because I thought that overall Asia's team was better personally. But what can I say? The Vixen won. And so she won the top spot in the mini challenge and the main challenge. So look at that. So main challenge win was how many points? Thanks for that one, mister. Main challenge win 15.
So you got plus 15. And then so top looks, bottom looks, that's what they're doing right now.
Yes.
Top look went to Vixen.
Top looks are 5, okay?
So Vixen. Bottom looks was Eureka, so I had -5. Bottom look was Calorie, -5. God, I'm gonna be like in negatives here now. Yuha Habasaki, that was bottom, so you get a bottom 5. Aquaria was top look, so you get +5. And who else was there? Was there anybody else?
Is there not another top?
I don't know. In a city full of bottoms, it's very hard to find a top. Asia O'Hara. Oh, well, this is actually, wait, this is just the, so like, this is a weird week because all those other people are safe. Doesn't mean that
the safe ones was Asia was safe, Aquaria was safe, Dusty was safe, Yuha was safe, Monique was safe. And then
okay, so like, you consider those top looks or bottom looks? I don't understand.
How about we get back to this?
How about we get back to on the points and we just continue on with the rest? So, I did not even know what Halsey looked like as a as a person. So
I don't know who that is.
She was the judge.
But I didn't know who she was.
Oh, she's the one that sings "So baby, pull me closer in the backseat." Yeah, I'm not a singer, friends. Yeah, so that's her, and the other one is who? Padma.
I watched Top Chef, so I know who Padma is.
Oh, is she a Top Chef host?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's great, I thought. I thought that she definitely had, like, her opinions. Like, she's also a model, so, like, she kind of gets how to judge these queens and give constructive criticism, and she recognizes, like, talent, and this is that, and, like, so I thought she was a great judge, and, like, I feel like she's someone that I hope they bring back, because I like seeing her face, and I like hearing her critique.
I even read comments on the show, and people said, God, they should like replace Michelle Visage with her.
Exactly. But Padma thought that Calorie was out of her league, and I have to agree. That's the thing, is that as much as Calorie has a beautiful face, she just doesn't know how to amp it up. I'm surprised that she got on the show, to be honest.
She just looks like, honestly, like, she's great. Well, yeah, I completely agree with you on that statement. She just honestly reminds me of just like a new queen.
Yeah.
She reminds me of a new queen that like looks really good in drag.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she reminds me of. And I work in the community. I work as a bartender and stuff like that. I meet a lot of drag queens, a lot of new drag queens. Mm-hmm. And they're like they're very pretty. They look great, but that doesn't mean that you could win a competition.
Wait, Big Brother comes on at 7 on Wednesdays? Ah! So annoying. Sorry. I'm just looking at the global schedule.
You heard it here, kids. That's her having a rage reality drama. She's had a rough weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been a hard day, man. This is a hard day. Okay. We gotta wrap this up in 3 minutes because we gotta
wrap it up because I gotta go to work and I gotta go hang out with a bunch of drag queens tonight. So
yeah, we already got the points for Eureka crying on the runway. And okay, so they were singing the bottom two were Calorie and Eureka, and they had to sing "The Best of My Love" by Emotions.
Love that song.
Love that song. Mom, and my mom was like singing "The Best of My Love," the best, and I was like, "Yeah, Mom," like we're like jamming.
That song will always remind me of the very opening credits and the one camera shot of Boogie Nights.
Oh, I can't remember it as that, but I like.
It's like and I was like, I always got the soundtrack. That was the first song on the soundtrack. Well, actually, it's not the first song on the soundtrack. It's the second song, but. It's that reminds me of Boogie Nights. I love Boogie Nights. It's such a good movie.
And so I was actually scared though at one point that Ru was gonna send them both home because I was like, you guys are both weak. And then I don't know what happened, but like I think Eureka probably felt that she was gonna go home.
Eureka, she came up with an idea.
She like came alive, and all of a sudden she's like giving it and feeling it. I got goosebumps. I was like, yes! Me and my mom both screamed like, there she is! Like we actually were screaming at the TV. We're like, okay, she wins. She's staying. Something switched. There was a little light switch that went off. And Ru didn't eliminate both, but she eliminated the carb queen.
Well, beach season's coming up soon, so gotta get rid of those carbs.
One thing that Ru said that I would like to end this podcast on was, I think Eureka was saying, I'm sorry, I'm going to do better next time. And Ru said, don't be sorry, be fierce. Those are words to live by.
And on that note, this concludes the end of our episode here at Reality Realness. I like to still call it All-Star Review.
All-Star Review. Sure.
Yeah, All-Star Review. Everyone's a star. You're a star. I'm a star. She's a star. Everyone's a star. And follow us on Reality Realness on Instagram with 3 S's. My name is Michael Pez. You can find me at Michael Pez, and you can find
me at Fran or at Misty_Arrow. Please subscribe over here. Share this video with your friends. Talk about it. Comment. Email us, message us, do whatever. We want to interact with you. So,
and also, like, We should also start having some guest stars too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking there could be someone right here and here. We could have a whole like thing going on.
All right, we gotta go watch Survivor right now. So we'll see you soon, guys.
Okay, what's on right now?
Survivor.
Right
Bye.
now? Bye.